Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Welcome to another episode of VDOT Television. And in this episode, we're going to discuss the 2011 NBA Finals and put a wrap on the 2011 NBA season. In the finals, we had the Dallas Mavericks taking on the Heat of Miami and the Big Three. Now, personally myself, I'm not a Heat fan, but I can't front against all the talent that the Heat have and the future Hall of Famers that are on that team, and I thought the Heat were going to win this in 6 or 7. The Dallas Mavericks, we all know that who they are. They're perennial floppers, perennial disappointers, and Dirk Nowitzki had the reputation of being the big softie. And Dallas Mavericks put an end to and dismissed all of that. Dirk Nowitzki had a great finals, had a great playoff run. I mean, he had only 10 missed free throws in the entire playoffs. I don't know what the number was, but that was a crazy stat that I saw. Dirk Nowitzki put it to bed the fact that European players can't play big, they can never be the star player, and that he personally is a soft player. And I also think the Dallas Mavericks put to bed that all you got to do is compile a team and not build a team. The Heat are just the players that are compiled, where the Dallas Mavericks, they were a team that was built. Now let's talk about the X's and O's. I think Rick Carlisle, head coach of the head coach of the Dallas Mavericks, did a great job at calling timeouts to slow down runs and mixing in the zone to slow down the offense of the Miami Heat. I also felt that the insertion of Jose Juan Barea as a starting point guard and moving Jason Kidd to the wing, or the two guard I should say, and initiating the offense from the wing was a brilliant move, because then it made the Heat defense move, and they don't want to move. They just want to stay set and get those picks. And we all saw the finals. Was it not like an AAU tournament after a while? LeBron steal, Wade dunk. Wade steal, alley-oop pass to LeBron. I mean, it was at one point where you just had to turn away and say, whew, I hope the Mavericks can get it together because this is looking ugly with the lead. But anyway, let's get back to the task at hand. Dirk Nowitzki, masterful. Tyson Chandler, he didn't have huge statistical numbers, but he was a big presence. And defensively, I think he was the key. Shawn Marion, nobody spoke about the defensive job that he did on LeBron James. Jason Kidd, I mean, hey, the guy's lost 2 NBA Finals. It's about time he get one, right? And Jason Terry, a lot of mouth, and was able to back it up in Game 6 with 27 total points, and kept them in the game with 19 points in the first half. I mean, in that deciding game, Dirk Nowitzki was like, I think, 1 for 6. But if it wasn't for Jason Terry's 19 points, I think that it would have gone to Game 7. Now let's turn to the other side of the ball, or let's go to the dirty, dirty South. The Miami Heat. A lot of people are throwing dirt all on LeBron James, but in that elimination game, did, Dwayne Wade not have 17 points? And when it was the Eastern Conference Finals, and LeBron James was averaging 25 some odd points, and it was Dwayne Wade averaging 18 some odd points, nobody was talking about Dwayne Wade being the GOAT then. I'm not saying that LeBron doesn't deserve some blame. I mean, he could have played better. He should have played better. And it doesn't help that he had the announcement of the decision, making himself feel like he's superior at the interview when they lost, saying that people are going to wake up and still be broke while I still have my millions. He didn't say that, but I feel that's what he was trying to imply. The point is this. You got to give the guy a break. He did have a good game and a triple-double. But in saying that, you got to realize that the other players did not step up. They did not play well. And although LeBron should get a lot of the blame, you have to include Wade and you have to include Bosh. Why wasn't there more pick and rolls run with Bosh, since he was knocking down every free throw that he made, and he was knocking down every jumper from the free throw line as if it were water? I mean, in the end, I think there were a couple things that we learned. Team will always win over a compiled team of just talent. And Dirk Nowitzki, after so many years in the NBA, has put to rest and now could be considered as one of the greats. His name now belongs in the conversation with the Charles Barkleys, with the Karl Malones, with the Tim Duncans, and some of the other great forwards that have played this game. Not all of them had chips, but Dirk Nowitzki does. That's a bow on the regular season for the NBA. Next show, is Kyrie Irving really going to be the #1 pick in the NBA draft? He only played like 11 games in college. I don't want to spoil it. You know what it is. Next episode, NBA Draft 2011. You know what you're watching. Eat TV.